Way back when I was just a little bitty boy living in a box under the stairs in the corner of the basement in the house half a block down the street from Jerry's bait shop. Oh, you know the place. Well, anyway, let me tell you, life was going swell, and frankly, everything was just peachy. Except, of course... Sorry. Except, of course, for the undeniable... Except for, of course, for the undeniable fact that every single morning my mother would make me a big old bowl of sauerkraut for breakfast. Ah, big bowl of sauerkraut! Every single morning it was driving me crazy. So one day I said to my mom, I said, "Hey, Mom, what's up with all the sauerkraut?" And my dear sweet mother, oh, she just looked at me like a cow looks at an oncoming train. And she leaned in real close and she said, "It's good for you!" And then she tied me to a wall and stuck a funnel in my mouth and force-fed me nothing but sauerkraut until I was 26 and a half years old. That's when I swore that someday I'd break out of that dirty old basement and travel to a magical faraway place where the sun is always shining and the air smells like warm root beer and the towels are oh so fluffy, where the leopards and shiners, they just play their ukuleles all day long and anyone on the street would gladly shave your back for a nickel. Well, let me tell you people, it wasn't long at all before my dream came true. Because the very next day, this local radio station had a contest. Correctly guess the number of molecules in Leonard Nimoy's butt. I was off by 3, but I still won the grand prize. That's right, a first-class one-way ticket to Albuquerque, New Mexico. Go. Friends, family, judge. Have you ever had something so crazy happen in your life that you just said to yourself, "It'll all make sense someday"? Well, that is not that day. Or this story. Beginning in the 1970s, Weird Al Yankovic started his career as a song parody artist, making such great hits like My Bologna, Like a Surgeon, and Amish Paradise. In this specific selection, we follow Al and his train of thought as he reminisces on times of good, bad, and, well, confusing. This is Albuquerque by Alfred Yankovic. You know, I've never been on a real airplane before, and honestly, it was really swell. Except I had to sit between 2 large Albanian women with excruciatingly severe body odor. The kid behind me kept growing up the whole time. The flight attendants ran out of Dr. Pepper and salted peanuts. The in-flight movie was Biodome with Pauly Shore. Oh yeah, and 3 of the airplane engines went out. We went into a tailspin and crashed into a hillside in a big explosion and a giant fireball and everybody died. Except for me. You know why? Because I had my tray table up and my seat in the forward upright position, just like they asked. So I crawled through the twisted burning wreckage. I crawled on my hands and knees for 3 full days, dragging along my big leather suitcase and my tenor saxophone and my 12-pound bowling ball, and don't forget my lucky autographed glow-in-the-dark snorkel. Until finally I arrived at the world-famous Albuquerque Holiday Inn, where the towels are oh so fluffy. And you can eat your soup right out of the ashtrays if you want to. It's okay, they're clean. So I checked into my room and I turned down the AC and I turned on the Spectavision. And I was just about to eat that chocolate mint on my pillow that I love so very, very much when I hear a knock at the door. Well, who could that be? "Who is it?" I shouted, but no answer. "Who is it?" No answer. "Who is it?" They're not saying anything, so finally I opened the door just as I suspected. Some big, fat, smelly dude with a flock of seagulls haircut and only 1 nostril. Oh man, I hate it when I'm right. So he bursts in and he grabs my lucky snorkel and I'm like, "Hey man, you can't have that. That snorkel's just like a snorkel to me." And he says, "Tough." And I'm like, "Give it." And he's like, "Make me." And I'm like, "Okay." So I grab his leg and he grabs my esophagus and I bite off his ear and he chews on my eyebrow and I take out his kidney and he gives me a colonic irrigation. Oh yes indeed, you better believe it. When in the middle of it all, the phone gets knocked off the hook. And 20 seconds later, I hear a familiar voice. You know what it said? Well, I'll tell you what it said. It said, "If you'd like to make a call, please hang up and try again. If you need help, hang up and then dial your operator." Well, to cut things short, he got away with my lucky snorkel. But I made a solemn vow right then and there, yeah. I would not sleep, no, I would not rest an instant until that 1 nostril man was brought to justice. But first I decided to go get some donuts. So I got into my car and I drove over to the donut shop. And I go up to the guy behind the counter and he says, "Yeah, what do you want?" I said, "You got any glazed donuts?" He says, "No, we're out of glazed donuts." I said, "You got any jelly donuts?" He says, "No, we're out of jelly donuts." I said, "You got any Bavarian cream-filled donuts?" He says, "No, we're out of Bavarian cream-filled donuts." I said, "You got any cinnamon rolls?" He says, "No, we're out of cinnamon rolls." I said, "You got any apple fritters?" He says, "No, we're out of apple fritters." I said, "You got any bear claws?" He says, "I'll go check." You waiting too? Yeah. Finally. We're out of bear claws! Well, in that case, I asked him, what do you have? He says, "All we have right now is this box of 1 dozen starving crazed weasels." I said, "Okay, I'll take that." So he hands me the box, and I open the lid, and these weasels immediately jump onto my face and start biting me all over. Oh God, they were just going nuts. They were tearing all this apart. You know, it was about that time that a little ditty started going through my head, and it went a little something like this. "Oh! Get him off me! Oh God! Oh!" So I burst out into the street, running like a constipated wiener dog. What does luck would happen? That's when I ran into the girl of my dreams. Her name? It was Zelda. She was a calligraphy enthusiast with a slight underbite and hair the color of strained peaches. And I'll never forget the first thing Zelda said to me. She said, "Hey, ooh, you got weasels on your face." That's when I knew it was true love. Oh, we were inseparable after that. We ate together, we bathed together. We even shared the same piece of mint-flavored dental floss. The world was our burrito. So we got married and we bought us a house and had 2 beautiful children, Nathaniel and Superfly. Oh, we were so very, very happy. Oh, yeah. Until one fateful night. Me and Zelda were... Oh, now. Oh. Get it together, man. Come on. Me and Zelda were lying in bed and Zelda says to me, "Sweetie Pumpkin, do you want to join the Columbia Records Club?" And like the coward I am, I said, "Whoa, hold on now, baby. I'm just not ready for that kind of commitment yet." So we broke up and we never saw each other again, but I guess that's just the way things go. In Albuquerque. But things started to look up for me after that. Yeah. Because about a week later, I achieved my lifelong dream. That's right, I got me a part-time job at the Sizzler. I even made Employee of the Month after I put out that grease fire with my face. No! Oh, God! Oh, everyone was pretty jealous of me after that. Yeah, I was getting a lot of attitude. Like this one time, I was in the parking lot trying to remove some excess earwax out with a golf pencil when I see this guy Marty trying to carry a big old sofa up the stairs. So naturally, I'm like, "Hey, man, you need some help with that? What you ever got going on there?" And this guy Marty, he just rolls his eyes and says, "No, I want you to cut arms and legs off with a chainsaw." So I did. He starts to get all indignant on me. He's like, "Hey, man, I was just being sarcastic." Well, that's just great. How was I supposed to know that? God, I'm not a mind reader for crying out loud. Besides, he's got a really cute nickname now. Torso Boy. So what's he complaining about? Anyway, seems I've kind of lost my train of thought here. I guess it's kind of a roundabout way of saying things, but the real point I'm trying to get across is I hate sauerkraut. That's all I'm really trying to say. Oh, and by the way, if you ever wake up and find yourself in a moral quandary, full of self-loathing and doubt, as you sit there and ponder your pitiful, meaningless existence, at least you can take a small bit of comfort in knowing that somewhere out there in this crazy old mixed-up universe of ours, there's still a little place, oh yes indeed, A-L-B-U, Kirky, Albuquerque.